What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well, no matter where it is that you're tuning in from in the world. Appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Pardon the hiatus. What's been going on here? We got some crypto all-time highs inbound, baby. Yeah, baby. Love to see it. Look at this. Wow. Look at this. Crypto all-time highs, or Bitcoin all-time highs. Hello? It's going to load. You love to see it. You really love to see it. I actually got to check out Twitter real quick. Do some raids, and we'll go ahead and get into PI COIN. Not really anything to say except for I'm working hard on my life. Okay. Got a farm real quick. Little engagement farm. Boo. Let's see, I'm looking for Bitcoin all-time high announcements. Anyways, not really seeing it. All right, guys. Well, congratulations, man. We held off Bitcoin all-time highs going on right now. Look at that. That's a lot of shorts getting liquidated right there. Guess there are a couple announcements. Everything on the green today. Love to see that. Even Pi Network is green on the day, ranked 39th overall. Let's go ahead and get into some of the large caps, see some of the popular ones, how they're doing on the day. And then we'll go ahead and talk about some of the biggest gainers and losers, do some quick TA, and then check out if there's been any news for Pi Network over the last 24 hours. Like I said, guys, I really apologize for the lack of videos going on over the last like month and a half, 2 months. I've only been doing live streams, and last few days have been pretty spotty since essentially the 4th of July over here in the US. Just challenging to keep doing this every day when there's not a lot of news and got a lot of other life events going on, but everything is pumping right now. You love to see it. I am going to be more consistent in the future about these things. Have also a live stream on Friday with a chain, Paul chain. It is a layer 0, if you will. So they're connecting all sorts of different layers under one roof. So should be interesting. Should be pretty fun. If you guys want to see that, make sure you guys check out that video. You guys subscribe, like this video, drop some comments down below if you want to see it. And if you guys want to support PI COIN and myself at large, also drop some comments and like this video. Let's go ahead. If anything is plus or minus 2%, I consider that sideways. If anything is above 2% or below 2%, I would consider that notable. So as I'm reading this off, just so you guys know, when I say sideways, it just means it's plus or minus 2% on the day. Let's go ahead and get into some of the more popular cryptos. We have Bitcoin up 2.5% on the day. All-time highs right now, baby. Let's go! Love to hear it. Ethereum up 6.3%, almost 6.5% on the day. XRP up 4.5% on the day. BNB sideways. Solana up 4% up on the day. Tron sideways. Dogecoin up also 6.5% on the day. Ranks number 9th currently. Cardano in the 11th position. About 6% on the day. Hyperliquid, holy shit, is ranked 13th, up 5.5% on the day. Sui is up 6.5% on the day, ranks number 15. Bitcoin Cash 2.5% up on the day. Chainlink 2.5% up on the day. Holy crap! Stellar XLM up 12% on the day. Europe is going crazy for crypto. Avalanche up 6.5% on the day. Hedera Hashgraph 6.5% on the day. Wow, it seems to be a reoccurring number there. Litecoin up 4% on the day, ranked 27th. Monero up 3% on the day. Polkadot up about 5.5% on the day. Uniswap, holy shit, 10% up on the day. Pepe up 10% on the day. And our lowly Pi Network is ranked 39th currently, up about 3% on the day. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the biggest gainers and losers. I have a feeling some of the biggest losers are just going to be stable coins, which is a great thing to see. Stellar Lumens out of the top 100 is currently up the most on the last 24 hours, up 12% on the day. Uniswap up 11%, and Pepe up about 10%. SPX 6900 also up about 10%, and BitTensor up about 10% on the day. Wow, things are moving. Even VeChain, would you look at that? Is ranked 56. That's kind of sad for how amazing of a chain it is, up about 8% on the day. Biggest losers, Bonk is down 4% on the day. That's okay. They've been up while everything else is down. Tokenized exchange and then Leo Token 2 exchanges And Chronos. Wow. Okay, so 3 exchanges leading the downside. Tokenized exchange down 2.5%. Leo and Chronos pretty much sideways, down about 1% accordingly. Let's go ahead and take a look at Pi Network. Any Pi. Pi dollar full on. At 47 cents currently. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trading view. It's been a long time, guys, since I've even pulled up this chart. I'm curious to see how this looks. Where my last little positions have been. Exit out of here. Wow, that's how long it's been. This is the 1 minute. That makes sense. Go ahead and take a look at the 1 day. Wow, the 1 day still just fits on such a small time frame. Would you look at that, man? All-time lows were inbound. What's this? 4, 4, 4, 5. Let me go ahead and put a little marker here. Let's see. I want a horizontal line right there. We got about 44 cents, 44.50 is so far where we've been breaking off of. That's nice. That makes sense. Halfway in between about 40 cents and 50 cents. We are up pretty good on the day. It's still a crazy downtrend, though. I would personally not be betting on this going up much higher in the short term, unless if literally all of crypto is going up. Let me know how you guys are feeling about Pi Network and Pi Coin for the short term. Curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Go ahead, take a look at this. I'm going to add some more lines in here. It's been a long time. Let's see. Boop. Boop. Let me move this up a little. Doo doo doo. And all right. We'll try this out for funsies. We'll stick with this. I don't know why, but that feels right. It feels about proper. This is the 4-hour chart, guys. So we bounced off of that 44 cents, 44.50, and looks like we're heading up in the right direction. Looks like we could bounce between 44 cents and 50 cents for a while. Obviously, we would love to see it keep on pumping, but I'm not sure until we get above, what is this, 51 cents. I would not feel too good betting against or betting to long Pi, although I want it to go up, of course. This is just a terribly consistent downtrend at this point. Can't even call it sideways. I mean, I guess it is sideways if you zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. It's really not that bad. It's still plus or minus where it's been for a long time. But considering all the AI announcements, all the things going on, this is definitely not as up as you would like it to be, or as I would like it to be. They have a lot of cool things going on for Pi Network. So we'll see how those things play out. Here's the 1 hour. Again, hopefully this is the beginning of a reversal and we're going to keep going on our way up. But in terms of short term right now, still looks like a downtrend to me till we break out of this like 40 to 50 cent range. I wouldn't personally be leveraging or doing any trading right here. I'd just be, DCA all day. If I had any more money, I'd be buying more. That's what I'd be doing. This 5 minutes looks actually pretty good. Definitely looks like some reversals going on here. You see some higher lows, higher highs, kind of coming along here. We'll see what happens. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Like I said, I'm really curious how you guys are playing this. This 1 minute looks pretty good on the short term. Let's go ahead and take a look. Do the normal rounds. Shout out to the Kid and Walt show, which is live right now. Actually, I have to end this to jump up there in a minute. Look at this. Doorway into the new dimension. Blah, 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 blah. We have Pi Network right there. I feel like this intern likes to put things on the very side for Pi Network, like just very low key. But HTX still hinting at Pi Coin. Still talking about Pi Coin consistently, as well as all of the other tokens that they're bullish on. Let's go ahead and do a little Pi Network search. Pi Core team. Let's see what they've dropped in the last few days. Nothing since my last video. So kind of is what it is. Let me do a Google search. Any Pi. Or not a Google search. Let me do an X search. See what else is going on. Top trending stuff. Pi Network alerts. Pi Network is sleeping giant by Notorious J. Pi Network. talking about the GCV, Pi Network price. If it's Pi Network price news, I just don't even pay attention to it. Who fucking cares? And it's not even actually news. It's not news. Pi Coin ATM, is this true? A glimpse into the future. Imagine. Oh, no, imagine. Okay. Imagine all the people. Guys, I'm super stoked, super ADHD right now because I'm really happy that crypto is at all-time highs. Means that bullish things are right around the corner. So you love to see that. Why Pi Network coin is spiking today? Because the rest of the market is spiking today. That's why. Oh, a big spoiler alert there. Hey, what's good, Eldon? Hope you're doing well, fam. What is the next bullish news? Any update we're looking for? I'm waiting for any type of news, to be honest with you. I'd like to know a little bit more about the AI side of things for Pi Network and how things are going there, but I have a feeling that we're not going to get too much news very consistently. I think we're just going to have to DCA all day, and Pi Network will probably do similar to crypto, whatever Bitcoin and Ethereum does. It will probably do, but just like a day or two afterwards. So if Bitcoin hits all-time highs, then Pi probably won't move like crazy until like a few days later when Bitcoin goes down again, and then Pi Network will be up again. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. Pi Network, I feel like, does like the opposite of crypto, but also somehow follows the same trends. The AI isn't bad, but they have to finish the migrations already. Yeah, I know, right? They've been taking a long time with the migrations, and the AI is cool, but I really have a lot of questions about the AI. I have to clear up a bunch of room on my phone so I can finally start recording my thoughts and my videos again like I used to do. My memory is just so freaking full on my phone that I haven't been able to do it, only these live streams. But yeah, I would like to know a little bit more about their AI. Like, where's all the computing getting done? It costs a lot of money to run AI servers. It's not just like a free thing. Oh yeah, we're doing AI. That's like a serious endeavor. That like costs a lot of money to run all these different AI agents that they're having. So who's paying for that? Where are those servers being held? That's what I want to know personally. So I really want to know more about that. I'm a software engineer, and it's actually impressive and cheap, but it's unknown where the computing is happening. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Same, bro. Yeah. Eden, welcome, man. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you for tuning in as well. I'm curious where you're tuning in from. If you wouldn't mind dropping a country that you're tuning in from, I'd be curious. But exactly, same thoughts. Where's all this computing happening? I guess the word cheap is relative. It's definitely, I guess, cheap relative to what it's doing and what they're building, but it's still a cost. It's still a lot of electricity to think like a human or to put things together and build like they are, especially AI chatbots like Pi Network is doing, and having us develop almost our own chatbots, which is really kind of interesting. um, so I'm curious on where that computing is happening. I know that they have a lot of disclaimers that say your information is being stored in North America somewhere. So is also the computing for AI happening in North America, or is that happening in Asia, or where is that going on? I'd be very curious. And I haven't seen any information. So if you guys have seen anything, feel free to drop some comments. Could they be using nodes for that? I've also thought about that, and I think it would require, not require, I think that some people would be noting like, wow, my computer, all of a sudden my battery life is dying way faster because their GPU or CPUs are getting used like crazy on the nodes. But I don't see any of that. And the nodes, I don't think are using up that much more electricity, or they're not that much more intensive, which is what I would assume is happening. Of course, GPUs are getting more efficient, etc. But there's still, if you check out the ChatGPT like AI minds that they have, we all know they're gigantic warehouses that are essentially using like entire cities worth, like massive cities worth of electricity. And obviously Pi is a fraction of what ChatGPT is using, but still, it's a cost. So you said, Eden, you're a software engineer, so yeah, I'd really be curious for your takes. I don't think that nodes it just makes sense. I think nodes in terms of verification makes sense because it's a very low, energy intensive system. But in terms of actually computing something, that's a lot of energy, I believe. Anyways, our brains are what? For humans, our brains are about 3% of our total body weight, yet they use about 20% of our energy. And they're incredibly efficient, relatively speaking. So I'm very curious as to how things are working. Agree, doesn't make a lot of sense. Where could it come from? Yeah, let me know if anybody else is watching either live or after the fact, if you guys know where they're doing these computations at. I'd just be so curious. I mean, I hate to say it, but if it's happening in China, I'd be a little more suspect. That's all I'm gonna say. I'd be much more suspect about them taking our information and tracking everything that we're doing versus, I mean, even in the US, they're still gonna be tracking all of our information and taking everything. What's good, Abdullah? Hope you're doing well, bro. Even if it's the US, they'd still be taking all of our information and watching everything, but they'd at least be more discreet about it, I'd imagine. I don't know. The whole US versus China thing is just a fake news kind of thing. They're both the same kind of countries, in my opinion. It's the illusion of choice that's happening. Just like when we vote for presidents, it's the illusion of choice. They're all puppets. Why we didn't get the Epstein files from this current administration that said we're going to be, doxing all of the Epstein files. Well, they just said they're not going to do that. I'm holding 1,000 pi. Let's go, Abdullah. I think that makes you like a shrimp or maybe a tuna, something like that. The Pi app has another bug. Clicking on the Pi 2-day loads forever, but nothing happens. Nothing big, but pioneers seems to dislike that. I know I dislike that. That's kind of crappy. I think that ends in about 2 weeks as well. The Pi 2-day, all of the events that they have. Although it's definitely worth doing, and I'm glad you brought this up, Eden, because I totally forgot to do all these different things. And I feel like in the future they'll airdrop. This is not financial advice. None of what I do or say is financial advice, but I personally think that they will want to reward the people who are contributing or participating in the Pi 2-day. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to do as many of the tasks as I can. Abdullah says 14th of August, unlock my coin, sell or not. I mean, I can't tell you what to do with your money, man. You decide what you have to do. There's, what, 8 billion people on the planet? That means that there's 8 billion different financial situations. There's 8 billion, we all have our different goals and different plans. I think mine's also unlocking around that time. I think I'm gonna personally, if you want to know, Abdullah, what I'm doing at this point, I think the 14th of August, or at least 6 months after whenever I started staking, February something. So I guess that's August. I'm probably gonna just restake half of mine for 4 years. I'm just gonna go for it. Fuck it. Whatever the max is, it might be 3 years for a Pi network actually. And then I'm gonna just keep sort of the other half on the side. That's what I'm thinking. I hope so. I'm a validator and I run 2 nodes. Yeah, man. Hopefully you should be eating, Eden. You should be doing pretty well, bro. Do you think AI YouTube channel? Do you think all the AI YouTube channels that promote GCV hurts Pi price? Dude, Eden, the only reason I started this channel and the only reason I continue it is because all of these fucking AI YouTube channels for Pi Network. Pardon my French, but that's literally the only reason that I'm doing this channel is because of all of those AI videos. I was just trying to learn about Pi coin. God forbid, hear an actual human being talk about it. And all that it is on YouTube is these AI videos. It's so frustrating. It's so annoying. And most of them are, I love India as well, but most of them are in a language that I can't speak as well. Like most of them are not in English. Most of them, are the various languages across India and Asia. And I love them, but oh my God, man. The only reason I started this is because there were 3 YouTubers or 4 at the time who were real human beings that spoke English that were covering Pi Network. It's like Dave, African Giant Kwame. There's one other guy. Oh, I feel so bad. I can't remember his name. K-pop. And I feel like there's one more guy from the Philippines. I also feel bad. I can't remember his name. Like that was it. And I was like, oh my God, like, can I please just hear someone real speaking? Maddie stopped for some reason. Oh, there we go. Milkshake Maddie. Yeah, same only Indians. Bro, it's like for real. And the crazy part about all the India videos is, and again, much love to anybody visiting from around the world. I have nothing but love for every human being, on the planet. But it was just like the titles were in English, so I'd be like, "Oh, bet. Okay, here we go. Here's some alpha on Pi Network. Let me click on this." And then it would just start, and then the guy would just be speaking in another language, and I'm like, "Okay, well, like I don't know Hindu. I don't know these different that's a religion." I'm like, "Man, I don't know what they're saying." So it's like, "You got me." But Milkshake Maddie unfortunately stopped. Yeah, Indians are goated, man. They're killing it. Every dev will agree, but I just don't speak the language, man. Same. It's the same problem here, dude. I love them. I can't wait to go to India. That's definitely my goal. I would love to head out there. I'd love to travel to all these different, countries and connect with people. It's just, I just don't speak the language right now. One day, maybe I will. Um, but now it's not that day. So therefore, I was like, man, I guess I'll just start a YouTube channel. And so that's why I also, oops, let me go back. That's why I also created this channel and then started just giving my thoughts, just holding a literal just camera in front of my face and just one taking my thoughts on Pi Network from another person that speaks English for anybody who is interested to hear. So yeah, the Pi Coin community, we're shrinking a little bit. The YouTube community, we're shrinking a little bit. But I think it's just because Pi Network has been kind of boring and people are, on to other things. Let's see. People GCV rate price selling and buy. What is this GCV real? So here's my thoughts on what's going on with GCV is that GCV will not happen, period. Unless if it's for like another 3 decades or 4 decades that people are thinking this value is going to happen. But if GCV is valued in US dollar amounts currently, it's impossible. Like, it's just not going to happen. It is not possible. Like, it's a lie. It's a lie. If it is in the Vietnamese dong, if it is in some other currency that is a fraction of the price of the US dollar, GCV is totally possible for sure. Why not? Like their currency exchange rates are totally different. I think if it's the Vietnamese dong, then it only has to hit like $10 or $15 in USD value in order for the GSV, please undo this trash. It would only have to hit like 10 or $15 in order for the GSV to actually become realized. So if if GCV is valued in US dollars, I think people are absolutely tripping and it's a scam. Period. They're scamming you into holding your token so they can dump on you. Unless if these people are thinking about like 5 decades down the line and the US government keeps printing infinity money, which they are doing, then for sure it's a possibility. Of course, if we print enough money and devalue the dollar enough, then anything that has a limited supply will go up in value, you know? But in terms of realistically over the next 5 years, 10 years, these people are lying to you. GCV event India, China, real and fake. I don't know what that, I'm kind of a little confused by that statement. GCV event India, China, real and fake. I don't know what that, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that says exactly. Are you Are you saying that it is real and fake? Are you saying that the India is real, China is fake? I guess I'm curious for your take. But yeah, if GCV is valued in something that is not the US dollar, sure, it's totally possible over the next, 10 years. If GCV people think is valued in the US dollar, they're lying and they're tripping and they're delusional. I love all of these people. I wish them nothing but the best. But it's delusional to think that one pi will be worth $314,000 from 50 cents. It's delusional to think that all of these people in these other countries are all of a sudden going to be multi-billionaires just from clicking this button and owning pi. It's delusional. It's delusional to think that it's going to be worth more than the entire market cap of crypto times like 100, it's delusional. If it is in any other currency that is a fraction of the US dollar, it's practical. That's kind of my take. Love it or hate it. That's my take. I think these people are lying to you if they say it's in US dollars. They're fucking lying to you. Period. Community make GCV value. Ugh. Sure. India people, China, Malaysia, Vietnam, and other countries. So again, if the GCV is in the Vietnamese dong, if it's in the Malaysian, I'm not sure their base currency, or the Chinese yuan, maybe. I'm not sure what their conversion is to the US dollar, but it's practical. It's possible. But to say that the community makes GCV value, just a lie. I mean, the community doesn't, the traders do. The people who are buying and selling, which we can call them community, sure. I guess if you buy Pi Network, we'll call you the community, but they're lying to you. Like, they're lying to you. They want to dump on you. These are my, these are my 2 cents. It's not going to, Pi Network is not going to be worth $314,000 per 1 Pi. Abdullah, you said you have 1,000 Pi coin. I'm sorry, bro. I love you and I wish the best for you, but you're not about to be worth, tens of billions of dollars from mining this coin. But core team, no indicator. Yeah, the core team really hasn't said too much, but also the core team, I guess this is my other rife, is that it's not their job to pay attention to the value of Pi coin, and I don't want them to. Why on earth would the Pi core team only worry about the Pi network value? Core team silent. The core team is building. The core team is building. They just released some massive AI news. They have updates. Their job is not to care. Core action GCV community lie. I would agree. It's a community lie. But the core team, like, if you guys are watching this video, please, I want you to understand it's not their job to babysit everyone every time the price goes down and say, it's okay. The price will go back up eventually. The core team's job is to build. The price is a lagging indicator. This price will go up when there is value that people deem it's worth. Bitcoin has gone up in value because people are giving it value, because it actually has value. People are spending Bitcoin, they're using it to buy real estate, Pi has nothing. Pi has nothing to give it a value of $314,000. Just period. We do have some peer-to-peer people using it as payment, but it's just nonsense, honestly. I only say this, I hate to sound negative, but I only say it, to try and protect you guys, whoever's listening. It's a lie, in my opinion. None of this is financial advice, If I was anyone to be taking financial advice, I promise you I wouldn't be making Pi Network videos right now. I'd be on a yacht, like, period. But to think, I'm sorry, Abdullah, I love you, but to think that, they're going to make you a billionaire overnight is just impractical. And the Pi Core's team, the Pi Core team, their job has nothing to do with paying attention to the chart, period. Dr. Nicholas speaks in an interview, make worth community Pi worth male pioneer. I'm not sure exactly what that says. I've seen things in the past, though, where people have said, oh, Dr. Nicholas says that the value of Pi Network is determined by the Pi community. Of course he's gonna say that, of course. He legally can't say, like, too much. Like, he can't be like, yeah, the GCV is real or the GCV is fake. Like, he can't say that legally. Like, he'll go to jail. That's why he doesn't talk at all in general. I'm gonna kick the bucket. Great live, bro. Definitely gonna join next time. Good night, dude. Yo, much love, Eden, man. I think this was my first time connecting with you on the live stream, but thank you. I saw that you threw up the thumbs up, and much love, bro. I really do appreciate you tuning in. Definitely I plan on just keeping it real here and just giving my 2 cents. I'm just some dude giving you, their thoughts on whatever's going on. So I love hearing your thoughts as well, and I appreciate you for tuning in. It's good, Abdullah. Good night. Okay, good night. Signing off, but yeah, guys, these are kind of my thoughts. I mean, most of these, hey, here's Abdul. I mean, most of these, if it talks about Pi price, I mean, I just don't even read them because it's all speculation. I'm looking for real news. Um, And I don't see too much. Here's how Pi Network is changing the game. I'll read this article before I sign off. But just so you guys know, those are my thoughts, is that the GCV, if it is not in US dollars, might be possible. If it's in US dollars, they're just lying to you. If anybody thinks it's going to happen within the next 10 years, they're just lying to you. Period. That's just kind of what it is. I don't think there's enough money in the world that's going to switch to Pi Network that fast. And the Pi Core team, their job is not to do anything with the value of Pi Network. They don't care. Who cares if it goes down 50% or 60% in a day even? Their job is just keep building, creating value for us. So they have a growing community, unique mining approach, social network. Yes, I agree with all of these things. Pi Network's roadmap. Let's see. Right now, Pi Network sits in testnet stage. This is a lie. Potential risks and challenges. Looking ahead. Yeah, guys, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. I know that I probably sounded very harsh right there. Um, I just get tired of hearing this stuff, and I get tired of people getting scammed, to be honest with you. It sucks. We're all here to make money. We've been working for years for this. I just don't want you guys to get scammed. So my personal opinion is I'm going to be taking profits as the price goes up and up and up. You guys do what you think is right. The GCV is a lie if it's in US dollars. It's a lie, at least in the short term. It's in another currency potentially. And I just want everybody to know that the Pi Core team's job has nothing to do with helping everybody stop crying every time the price goes down, because their job is to build and make something of value happen so the price does go up long term. So those are my thoughts on the day, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm very curious. How are you feeling about Pi Coin in the short term and the long term? Whatever your time horizons are, do you think GCV is real? Do you think the GCV is based in the US dollar? Do you think it's based in another currency? What do you guys think? I really want to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like I said, I'm just some dude giving you their 2 cents. I have no idea what's about to happen. I just jumped on here because I couldn't find too many other English speaking people that were real and not AI bots on YouTube. So I want to know your guys' thoughts at the end of the day. I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope I didn't come across as too negative. I haven't had any weed in the last few days. I haven't been able to smoke in the last few days, so maybe I came off a bit aggressive, but it's all love. I mean well. And if you guys are watching this video, whether you're watching live or after the fact, I really do appreciate you, and I wish nothing but the best for you at the end of the day. So if you guys appreciate me and want to help support the channel, please like this video, drop some comments as well, subscribe. I also dropped, I'm just saying, my own personal Pi wallet. If you guys want to send over some Pi, I wouldn't be against it. But don't feel the need to do that. I'm just doing these videos because that's what I think is right, and that's what I'm doing with my time. So it's all good, all love either way. But as always, guys, this is Joe Unchained from New Money Crypto. We all know that there's smart money, dumb money, old money. Years from now, they'll be calling you and me new money. Until then, follow me on X. I've been growing like a wildfire, and I'm going to have to catch you guys on a video soon. Much love, everybody.